Hi guys. There we go. So I've been playing around with my scrap paper bin. If you've been following along in group Crafty Dabblers, we're trying to clean up the mess, and I was making some papers out of my scrap leftovers, and then I decided to try to do some weaving, and I just love the way that these turned out. So I was moving on. This one I actually hit it with a little spray just to kind of see what it would look like. But I thought, oh, I'm going to turn the camera on and we'll do a quick how-to on camera. Hopefully this will work out. So we're going to find out together. So I have a book page, and it's folded in half, you know, from top to bottom in half. And I thought, well, this will be a good base. And what if I do a basket weave or a weave right on top of this? So I have leftover book pages that I've just ripped up into lengths, and then this is just some white, old vintage white paper, and the sides are already inked up. Help kind of save time, so you guys don't have to watch me do that. But we're gonna find out if this is easier or not. So what I have is some glue and a tape runner. I've decided against the tape runner though. I'm gonna use glue to hold it down. So I'm thinking if I do a pocket, I'm gonna want the top open. So probably we'll do if something like that. So it won't be very long. So hopefully this will go pretty quick. So my idea is to randomly glue a little bit, or do the top of it, because I don't want the top glued. But I think if we do this, and hopefully maybe down the side, something like this, I think it would be easier to just glue and weave. Can you guys see? Hopefully, let me move this into frame. Okay. So I think the hardest part, I'm going to now flip this over, and I'm just going to start going through and gluing these to this board top, this top piece. And then that way, if I just kind of line those up, doesn't take much glue, but it might have been a little too much. Okay, and then I'm going to flip it back over and do the same thing all the way across this. Well, not all the way across, because I don't think we're going to need it all the way across. And the only reason I'm not going to use that tape runner is I'm feeling like I just really need it good and stuck. So we're just there. And if you turn it as you go, maybe a solid piece here, and upside down and right side up, and as we piece them here. I normally don't use Fabri-Tac on paper, but it dries fast, and I didn't want to linger this video on too long. And then we'll attach the side piece once we know what the width is going to be. That's my thought anyway. So that's probably good. Yeah, I think so. Or, you know, you could do it this way. However you wanted to do it. I'm going to go ahead and I want my pocket about there. So, okay. Now, I think this needs to go across the top. I'm just going to put a little glue, and if I pull this to the end of the table, can you guys, no, you can't see that, but if I have it hanging, it just makes it easier, easier to do the weaving. So I'm just going to slide it up to where I like the look of it. You can make this pocket as thick or as tight weaved as you would like. Okay, so we'll put a little bit of glue right here, kind of help hold that. And then this one's going to go under. So I just want it's easier if you get this to the edge of your table. So if you guys decide to try this, you have the pieces hung over. It helps to get a hold of those. Okay. So I think I like that right there. And then just a little, a little bit right there. And I make sure I don't have any on that. I don't want to stick that where it's not needed. Okay. That might be just a hair too big. So I'm going to go over the top. Okay. And I think the bigger, thicker strips are easier to work with too. I did do one of the first ones that I showed you, and it was 2 pieces of book pages together that formed the strips, and that made it a little easier because they weren't so flexible. So let's see where we at. I think we'll use the big one now to polish off the bottom part of the pocket. And it's an under, and then an up, over, up. Just going to lift that up, eyeball that to the side there, Ta-da. Add a little glue here. Whoop. Okay. Now, I'm just gonna, let's see, where do we want it? I'm gonna go ahead and just trim this right at the edge of this bottom sheet here, and then up this side. Like that. So, look at all these. I think I could use those in the future. Little. So I'm going to go ahead and get my black back out. And just hit these raw edges so that they'll just really pop. And then we'll get this side here. This is really thin, using just a single book page. I'm almost thinking, well, at this point, we'll see what it looks like when it gets down. But it might be better to use glue down double layers. I just really want to get that darkened right there. Okay. And I'm gonna just put a dab behind these loose ones. Oh, it's sticking to my thing. Whoop. There. Okay. I can see this is going to be so cute. Okay. So then just figuring out where we want it. This is where I'm going to swap glues. Get my tacky glue out here. And I'm going to hold the top because I don't want to glue the top. I want it to be as a pocket. Whoop, sorry. Come on. There. Get a nice bead right down through here. Okay. There. The possibilities, I think, will be endless. Weaving with all the scraps. Can you imagine this with your different scraps of your papers that are in your paper bin there? Really get in here. I think this will be cool in the right page layout. It's going to be a good sturdy pocket, and then depending on how it goes in there, can be side pocket, top pocket, and trim these ends down It's almost kind of hidden. It's kind of like a little hidden pocket that's in there. I like it. I like it a lot. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for all of my new subscribers. I appreciate you. If this one here, I put a coat of Mod Podge on just the one side, and you can really see how it's pulled out the distressed ink. So that's also an option for you. But yeah, thank you. Thank you to all my subscribers. I appreciate you. If you like this video, please don't forget to hit the like button. And I look forward to seeing what everybody comes up with. And I hope I've inspired you to start going through your scraps and looking at them from a little bit different point of view. All right, guys. I hope you have a great day. Bye.